Hey guys, welcome back. Today I am going to discuss another important topic of SQL, which is aggregate function in SQL. So in this we will learn basic 5 SQL aggregate function, which are maximum, minimum, average, sum and count. So aggregate function in SQL are very important. Aggregate function means those functions which do calculation on the group of values. So there are these 5 basic SQL functions which you should know. So let's understand these without any delay. I am going to teach you these function on MySQL DBMS, but the query for these are same in Oracle, MySQL, SQL Server. So you can try these query in any of the DBMS software. I will provide you the document related to it at the end of the lecture in my GitHub repository, for which the link is provided in the description of the video. So let's start these without any delay. So we will try these SQL functions in the employee table. So here is the structure of the employee table. As you can see, there are 4 columns in the employee table, which is employee ID, employee name, department, and salary. And there are 6 records of employees which are present here. Okay, and the employee belongs to various department. Okay, so we will learn these SQL functions by executing the query on this table, right? So first of all, we will start with count function. So count aggregate function basically count the number of rows in the table. So let's suppose this is the, let me copy this query, and let's suppose I want to apply count function here. So I can give count function like this: count star. Okay, we can use count in many ways. So first of all, let me show you count star. When you give query like this, select count star from M. Okay, what does it mean? Select, it select the number of columns. Count star means it will count all the rows irrespective of the null value. It will simply count the number of rows present in the table. Okay, so here you can see that there are 6 rows in the table, so it should display count as 6 once I run the query. So see, it's displaying us count 6, means in employee table we have 6 records. Okay, now I can provide count statement like this as well: count within bracket. Instead of giving star, I can specify specific column like salary. Okay, so let's see what's the difference between two. Okay, now I have given the query like this: select count salary from M, right? So let's execute this. This time it's showing the count as 5, while when I run this select star from M, it's shown me the count as 6. Why? So there is a reason behind that. When I specify a specific column in the um, with count function, so it will check the value for this column, and what if any row has null value for this column, it won't count it, it won't consider in the count function. Okay, so let's check the records again. Here, as you can see, for last employee, that is employee ID with 6, Tim don't have salary. We didn't specify salary here. It's showing as null. Null means not zero. Okay. You should remember this point. Sometimes it is asking interview as well. Null means we have not defined the value for the this employee. We have not entered the values. That's why it's showing as null. Okay. So when I give select count salary from M, so it's not considering this row in the count. It's simply counting the those salaries which have no null value. Okay, another way of using the count command is you can give distinct keyword as well. Okay, so here you might have noticed that here two employee have salary 2000. Okay, suppose we want to display unique salaries only, right? Count of unique salaries. So in that case I can use the keyword as distinct, right? So this time, what should be the expected count of rows? So what, first it count 1000, then 2000, 5000, 3000. Again it come, when it come to 2000, so it will check 2000 I have already counted, so it won't consider in the count. So that means the output of this query should be 4. See, it's showing us 4, which is correct. So these are three ways you can use the count aggregate function. Our next aggregate function is sum. Sum is used to calculate the total of the column which we specified in the query. Okay, let me write the query for this. So instead of count, I am giving, suppose I want to calculate the sum of the salary column. Okay, so it will scan all the salaries in the employee table, and after that it will add one by one, keep on adding one by one. If you check the records, so first of all it come to 1000. Okay, the sum is will become 1000, then it will come to 2000, it will add 2000, sum will become 3000. Then again it will come to for employee number 3 and scan the salary column, it will add the salary to the previous sum, that means the sum will become 8. Then again come to fourth row and scan the salary column, the salary is 3, so this time the salary count will be 11000. And again it will come to the fifth row, the salary is 2000, and it will add to the previous sum, that is 11 to 11000. And if you add 2 to 11000, so the count will be sum will be 13000. And it will come to sixth row as well, but here we didn't specify any salary for team, so it won't add anything to it. And the our final sum should be 13000. So let's execute this query. Sorry, what error it's showing me? Some salary query is interrupted. Let me, might be my cursor is on blank row. Let's execute it again. See, it's showing the sum as 13000, which is correct. So suppose sometime we have requirement, we need to calculate the sum of unique salaries only, or unique values of the column. So with some function also we can use distinct keyword, right? Distinct salary. So this time it will consider the though salary whose value is already summed up, and if it occur again, that in our case it is 2000, so it won't add it again. Okay, so this time it giving us the sum as 11000, right? So if we check this table again, here you can see for first four employees, the salary is unique, but for fifth employee, that is Dawn, the salary is already existed. 2000 is already there. So it won't add this value since it is not unique. So that's why it's giving us the sum as 11000 when we give some function with distinct keyword, right? So this is the usage of sum. Then another is maximum function. Maximum, as the function name indicates, calculate the maximum value of the column which we specify in the bracket. So here we have salary column as is the only column which is integer type column or numeric type column. So we can apply aggregate functions on the salary column only, because these functions are related to mathematics, so these can't be applied for character type functions, character type column, sorry. So let's execute this. So maximum salary in the employee table is 5000. Let's again run this with minimum. Minimum function is very simple. As the name indicates, minimum calculate the scan all the rows of the for salary column, and after that it will decide what is the minimum salary for in the employee table, which is 1000, right? Then another important function is average. If you are mathematics students, you might be knowing what is average. So average is basically sum divided by count of the employees, number of employees. Sum of salary of employees divided by count of the employees. So this is the form. This average function is equivalent to sum salary divided by count salary, right? So what is the sum salary? We have calculated previously. It is 13,000. And what is the count of the salary? It is 5. So 13,000 divided by 5, it should be something around 2,600. So let's execute this. What is the average of the salary? Yeah, it's giving us 2,600. Okay. We can use distinct keyword with average salary as well. Okay, so this time if I give distinct keyword here, so it will consider, it will firstly calculate the distinct sum of the salary, like it is equivalent to this, divided by distinct count of the salary. Okay, so this command is basically equivalent to this command, sum distinct salary count distinct salary. Okay, so sum of the distinct salary is 11,000 in for employee table, and count of the distinct salary is 4. So the average should be around 27 something, right? See, it's giving the average as 27 2,750. So this is the average salary. So these are the basic aggregate function which we learned today in MySQL, which are count, sum, maximum, minimum, average. Okay, so first of all you need to understand these basic functions, then only we can use these with complex query. SQL aggregate functions are very useful. They are basically used in writing correlated queries, which you will learn later, and they are also used in writing multiple nested queries. Plus, most important use of this aggregate function is with group by and having clause, that we will learn in the next section, next upcoming session. And till then, I would like you to practice these SQL queries. And in the description box of the video, I have provided the GitHub link of SQL repository, where I have written all these queries for you. And plus I have given the sample database table as well, so you can create in your DBMS software and try to execute these queries. If any doubt comes up, you can reach out to me. Thank you. Bye bye. Thanks for watching this video. Bye.